Don't touch that remote. Culinary Quick Tips is up next.
Welcome to Culinary Quick Tips from Greenville Tech. I'm Chef Patrick Wagner, an instructor here at Greenville Tech, and today's Culinary Quick Tip is garlic basics. This tip is taught in our Intro to Foods class here at Tech. For our garlic basics, very similar if you've been with us for the onion technique, we have a little bit of plastic wrap on our cutting board, and this is so that we can break apart the head and the cloves and then just simply take the plastic wrap up so we don't have to deal with all the paper mess from it. So in breaking apart a head of garlic, you can push on the root end or the top end, but essentially just put in firm pressure through it, breaks those cloves away from that root end so that we can get to the individual cloves. And we want to break apart the cloves so that we can really just get this peel off it again. So I'm just separating out the cloves of garlic here. And again, you can do a whole head at a time, and that way you can have some of this in your refrigerator waiting for you. Fresh garlic is a wonderful addition to many different products that we prepare. So with this, we have some of our cloves set aside. Just simply take our French or chef's knife. We're going to place it firmly on top of the clove. Palm of your hand, just right on top to crack that paper shell away from the clove itself. Always fingers out of the way. So once we've done that, the paper skin loosens on the garlic clove, and we have our garlic peeled. So again, repeat that process for the whole head of garlic. We're just going to set that aside. I have some garlic already peeled, and we want to talk about cutting garlic for a number of different preparations. So here I have some peeled garlic. If you have any of the inner green parts where the garlic's trying to grow into a new plant, a lot of chefs will pull this out, or that tough top part to cut that off. But there's two different forms of garlic that we commonly use in the kitchen. One's just a chopped garlic that would be appropriate for, say, a stir fry, where tiny chunks of garlic are okay. Another one is a garlic paste, and a paste is more appropriate, say, for making a vinaigrette, or if we want to incorporate the garlic into mashed potatoes, so that you don't end up with a large chunk, but you do end up with the flavor. So for chopped garlic, we're going to take about half this garlic, and we're just going to start to chop it. Take our French knife. The way we hold our French knife here, the way I teach it is pinching the blade of your knife with the rest of your fingers wrapped around. This gives you a lot more control over the knife. If you just give the really firm grip on the handle, if you're applying a lot of pressure to a hard root vegetable, it'll want to turn in your hand. By pinching it, that will prevent it. And we're going to rock on the tip of the knife. My left hand here in this case is just simply steadying the tip of the knife. I work with the knife kind of parallel to my body, just kind of chopping away from me, and just repeating this process. This is the same chopping technique we would use for chopping herbs or many different products in the kitchen. And it's just repeating this process over and over again until we get the, the desired fineness or, coarseness, depending on what we're going to use it for. You can store garlic packed in oil, but if you pack it in oil, it does have a limited shelf life. Removing the oxygen allows there to be anaerobic bacteria to interact with it, so you wouldn't want to store fresh chopped garlic in oil for more than a couple of days in your refrigerator. So after we've chopped this to the point where we want to take it, we could go ahead and put this aside and cook with it. If we're going to turn this into paste, what we would do is we have some kosher salt here, and this kosher salt acts like an abrasive. We're not really seasoning the garlic in this case, but this is almost like a grit or sandpaper. And so we're going to mash this into the paste with our side of our knife. So just mixing that salt in, that kosher salt in with the garlic. Now, working with the side of my knife, again, firm grip on the handle, fingers just holding the knife, helping to apply pressure. Just working into that garlic. You can start to see some of that paste start to develop already. You can repeat this, say if you want this to be finer, again, just bring it together and repeat it until you form the correct consistency or the desired consistency for the paste that you're creating. That's our culinary quick tip for today. For more information, you can reach me at 250-8243, or you can get more information out on the web at greenvilletech.com. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.